Welcome everybody, Phil here. I'm just in the beautiful town of Frigiliana, which is the start of this evening's walk up the Rio Higueron. One of the series of walks that I'm doing called Escape from the Sun, where I try to keep walking through the summer when it's a little bit cooler, so a bit later at night. So let's see how it goes. The Rio Higueron begins its journey 10 kilometres north of Frigiliana, deep in the Almahara Natural Park and just beneath the summit of the 1,654 metre high Cerro Lucero. As the water flows towards the sea, it carves a gentle meandering path through the upper mountain slopes. However, as the river approaches the northern part of Frigiliana, the sides close in, becoming steeper and narrower. Just southeast of Frigiliana, the mountain creates an almost impenetrable barrier. Here the water is cut through the rock, and over countless millennia it's carved out a narrow yet deep gorge that stretches for nearly half a kilometre, with rock walls rising many tens of metres high, providing shade even from the intense midday summer sun. It takes just a short walk from the town to reach the entrance of the gorge, which is going to be the start of this evening's walk. So funnily down in the riverbed, it's a lot cooler down here. The sun is setting now and it's completely in the shade down here. So I've just swapping the camera stuff over before I make my way up the gorge, and heard a load of sort of kerfuffle up on the rock faces to the left and the right, and there was about half a dozen of the southern Spanish ibex, the wild goats, making their way across the rock faces, and actually a few of them came down. I managed to grab a few shots, but it never do justice to how steep the rock face they were on, or how far they jumped down really. But yeah, incredible. Yeah, that's quite impressive. I'd imagine it would have been a bit of a bugger to get up here without those steps. Not impossible, but probably quite difficult. And you can see here where the water over all the years is slowly polished it away. Yeah, okay. Onwards and beyond. So this next section is always fun. They've managed to build some concrete steps to bypass part of the river here that is impassable because of the large boulders. But yeah, so how they managed to lift this into place, I have no idea. But it's always a bit of fun. Now they have the safety rope on the way up, but previous times they didn't. So yeah. So that is the end of the gorge. It's about 400 or 500 metres long, where you're actually sort of walking between the high walls and scrambling up over boulders or steps. So yeah, it's not massively long, but it's good fun. And this is often done, or is done, with the Cruz de Pinto walk. So after we've been right up on top of the ridge there with great views into the mountains of Almahara, we end up coming up here, and particularly if it's a hot day, it's a great way to finish the walk off because we're in the shade. So you know, it's 9:30 and it's still actually really quite hot. Well, I've reached the end of the walk. Normally I would take this path up here into Frigiliana, a couple hundred metres, and back to the car and I'm finished. But as I said earlier, I'm going to head just further in the river a little bit, see if I can get away from the light pollution. I want to see if I can get some shots of the stars, because it's been a really clear night these past couple of nights. So, escape from the sun. Is this a good walk to escape from the sun? Once you're down into the riverbed, then absolutely in the gorge, complete shade. There wasn't much wind today, really quite hot actually, and carrying all this equipment probably made it feel worse than it did. But I'd say definitely if this could be done, maybe not in August, but you could definitely do this one when it's hotter. It took me a couple of hours, it's around about 7 kilometres in total. So just, yeah, a good one to be done. So, escape from the sun.